Barnes and Leslie. We are your Morning X. Let's get into Sleaze, presented by McDonald's. The best part about working at McDonald's is the people.
Oh, the Linkin Park drama, Barnes. Jamie Bennington, Chester's son, they had that show last night, okay, the 9/11 show, and he went on to talk about how he asked directly for tickets from Linkin Park. They didn't get back to him.
Ooh.
I don't know why he wants to go, but he says he's doing it for quote-unquote closure. So apparently he was at the show last night. He got the tickets on his own. He was also even talking about his safety for even going to the show.
I can't believe they wouldn't respond to him. He asked for tickets and they wouldn't respond. I'm sure more is going to come out about this, and I wonder if they, it's just so early right now. I wonder if they met up backstage and maybe, I don't know. It just seems very weird that Shinoda would just totally put the Heisman out in front of his face, and not.
Well, there's screenshots that are going around Twitter right now of him, sliding into Shinoda's DMs, asking for tickets, still waiting on Linkin Park and management to acknowledge me while attending the show. Please do not harass me or my partner. There's like 4 of these of him trying to reach out.
He's got to be getting money from this reformation of the band. I would think that Chester's estate is still going to get paid.
It's so weird.
Which is probably the problem, is that it's about money.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Also on Twitter, Liam Gallagher says that Oasis have finished a new album. And he also went on to say that Noel is no longer a potato. Did you see this?
You know that this means this has been going on the whole time when they're like, I don't know. That they've been actually working on something, because you don't just get it ready that fast.
Liam was asked from a fan about the record, and he's like, yep, it's already finished. And then another fan asked him another question about the album, and he goes, it's in the bag, mate. Blank the air. One word to describe the new album, turdos.
Turdos?
What is that? Is that a new term that I don't know about?
How do you spell that?
Turdos.
Never. It must be a British thing. It says turdos, accusative plural of turtus.
Yeah, well, Rolling Stone is saying that last year Noel was on their podcast and that he said they had 2 albums worth of music. There's an acoustic album as well, which is very stripped back. And then I guess he said there's a very heavy guitar-based stadium rock album.
I look forward.
And then meanwhile, after years of Liam calling Noel a potato, he has finally changed his mind. A fan asked if he still thinks Noel is a potato. And Liam said, no, he is bloody well not. I won't have a bad word said about that gorgeous, talented young man.
Okay.
What?
That's an interesting way to play it. He's not a potato anymore.
He's not a potato. Chappell Roan says that a lot of female artists, but not a lot of boys, have reached out about the toxic fan behavior. And then she named names. She's like, I'm not trying to tell you or naming names. I'm just letting you know it's all women. Charlie XCX, Billie Eilish, Hayley Williams, Katy Perry, Lorde, Miley, Lady Gaga, all reaching out. Of course, the one dude that did, Sir Elton John.
Of course he did.
Of course he did.
I don't know what to make of her. I mean, she sounds like she has a pretty voice. I just don't really, seek her music out. But, man, she's got an attitude.
Hot concert this year, though, but you cannot get tickets for Chappell Roan. So I love that, you haven't watched The Perfect Couple yet, but the cast is all coming out and talking, and it's great. I didn't know if you knew that Eve Hewson was in it, Bono's daughter.
I love her. She's a great little actress.
She's a great actress. She's absolutely gorgeous. But it's funny, she was on the Today Show talking about not knowing that Nicole Kidman was in the movie.
I didn't know that Nicole was actually a part of this show. When I got the job, I read the script and I loved the script because it's so juicy and I binged all of the scripts. And then I met with the director and I begged her to give me the job. And then my agents were like, you got it. And so we just got to figure out dates, Nicole this, Nicole that. I was like, who's this Nicole person that you're talking about? I was like, who's Nicole? Is she a producer? Like, what's happening? They're like, Nicole Kidman.
That's hilarious.
Oh my God.
That is
it was
funny.
the most beautiful surprise. I had no idea.
It doesn't surprise me because they put these shows under code names and when you see auditions, you have no idea who's involved.
Like Nicole this, Nicole that. Oh, Nicole Kidman. Now, you had even asked me about the choreographed dance scene at the beginning, and they're all talking about that as well. Here she is talking about the very opening dance scene.
It was a surprise attack from the director on the last day.
You know when producers say, hey, can you do this? And you're like, oh.
We didn't understand. We were like, what do you mean we're making a murder mystery? Why are we dancing? What is this, a musical? And she was like, just do it. We all love her. We were like, we'll do anything for her. But we all protested. People were calling their agents. They were having meltdowns. Wow. Liev Schreiber was the only one who was like, I'm doing the dance. He was so into it. And we ended up doing it. And it was the last scene that we shot together. And it was actually a really fun memory
Great way
to
to
have.
end it.
Can you imagine being surprised by that? Okay, everybody, we're going to do a flash mob. Here we go.
And and Nicole, all of them did it.
I haven't seen it yet, but how do they know the moves to do?
Oh, I'm sure they had a choreographer.
So you had to learn it on the spot and then film it? That's a lot of pressure.
Probably.
Okay.
Have you heard about this Apprentice movie?
I have, and it's so interesting that they're coming out with that. I mean, I guess it's not interesting around the election, but why did we need a movie about it?
Yeah, it premiered at the Cannes Film Festival, set for October, which is, in a few weeks. It follows the rise of a young Trump, played by Sebastian Stan, under mentor Roy Cohen, played by Jeremy Strong. Here's the trailer.
I mean, these are big stars.
Big stars, yeah.
Getting in what seems like would be a Lifetime movie when you hear what it's about.
Yes.
Hello, this is Donald Trump from Mr. Cohen. Thank you so much.
Donald who?
The Roy Cohen. You're brutal.
Guilty as charged.
How do you always win?
There's rules. The first rule is attack, attack, attack.
It's going to be the finest building in the city, maybe the country, in the world.
Rule 2, admit nothing, deny everything.
There's never been anything like this, of this magnitude, this quality. Ooh, cheese balls over here.
What are you doing?
You want one?
No, it looks totally disgusting.
Cheese balls.
Rule 3, no matter what happens, you claim victory and never admit defeat. You have to be willing to do anything to anyone to win. You have a big ass. You got to work on that.
Attack, attack, attack. Deny everything, admit nothing. Never admit defeat.
What if you lost your fortune today?
Well, then maybe I'll run for president. I don't know.
I say, if you're indicted, you're invited.
But the voice definitely sounds different. That's 80s Trump, though. I mean, this 80s New York.
If you're indicted, you're invited.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw this headline. Sean Diddy Combs loses $100 million default judgment to a Michigan inmate in a sex assault lawsuit. I guess he didn't show up for the virtual hearing. The inmate claims that Diddy, or whatever you want to call him now, drugged and sexually assaulted him at a party nearly 30 years ago. He won a $100 million judgment.
Talk about being in double jail. You're in prison and you win $100 million and it doesn't change your life at all.
And Diddy's attorney said this man is a convicted felon and sexual predator who has been sentenced on 14 counts of sexual assault and kidnapping over the last 26 years.
Damn.
They're looking forward to this judgment swiftly being dismissed. We'll see. That's your Celebrity Sleaze.